Oh, well. Okay, that's all we got time for. So today, we're speed dating. We have very limited amount of time, but we didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So we're going live. Got some minutes here.
Let's do this.
And so we're like, well, what are we going to do? What can we do that's really quick? Speed dating metal.
Yes.
And then we're like, okay, well, what metal should we do? So we did a little video to see how we feel inside when we listen to different metal styles.
Inside.
This is what we came up with.
So good. There's the car. You can see it. Oh, yeah.
We didn't want that.
Are you playing video games? What the hell?
No, I'm dropping it over a picture.
Oh. I feel like I need to break something.
Breaking carrot.
Flying through the air.
Oh,
Love it.
yeah.
Well played, Luke. Well played.
I mean, going off of that, we're like, okay, if we're going to speed date, we want to fly through the air, speed dating some metal. So it was all about neoclassical.
That just made me hungry for a little bit of
sushi. Something is fishy going on. Something fishy's going on here.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
All
Delicious.
The Great Sushi Podcast.
So should we do this thing? Should we? We got 5 bands that we are going to speed date, and by the end of the show, we're going to have to pick one.
By the end of the show, you're going to be smashing.
We got
every one of them.
Smash one of them.
Yeah. Yep. Smash them all.
First up on our list is Stradivarius.
Yes.
Who is one of the original neoclassical metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's a quick clip.
Let's check it out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I dig
There it is. Fourth dimension. I thought I heard a little Ingvar J. Malmsteen there with that hot lick, smoking.
Yeah, definitely. So these guys, they started in 1985. So, they're a little old for my taste. But,
Is that long ago? 85?
1985. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And they're from Finland, though. I love myself some Finnish metal. So that's good. Now, Timo Tolkki, the guitarist, brilliant guitarist, he left the band in 2008. So, man, do I really want to date these guys?
Ooh.
Geez, I don't know.
Smash or pass? Maybe pass?
Well, here's how it made me feel.
Practice session time.
Got you right into the spirit.
Oh. Luke, that is not easy. That's not easy to play your ukulele as a guitar with an eggplant.
Yeah.
Or you say a dick plant.
So Stradivarius made me play a ukulele like a violin with an eggplant instead of a bow, and it sounded like an electric guitar. That's pretty impressive. Yes.
Color me impressed.
Well played. Well played.
So Stradivarius, I don't know if you guys have thoughts on Stradivarius, but
I like what I heard. I'm not that familiar with the band, to be honest, but I thought that was pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. So
smash for me. I'm gonna do a smash.
Okay, so there's the first contender. That's good. That's good.
I like them. Check them out.
Yeah,
Neglect it.
Super fun. Super fun band. So next up is the big one. These guys are by far and away the most streamed band, neoclassical band.
Oh, I know who this is. Yeah.
Apocalyptica.
Okay.
Boy, different type of cello playing.
Dude, they got the mosh pits going and everything. Wow.
Yeah.
With cellos. That's nuts.
So, these guys, okay, so they started as a Metallica cover band, covering Metallica songs with, cello and I think some violin and stuff.
Very smart.
Yeah, very smart, leveraging brand in a big way.
Yep.
Also from Finland, interestingly enough.
Oh, shit.
Now, these guys did start doing their own, their original material by like their third or fourth album. I think it was sometime in the early 2000s, maybe.
Yep.
Now, Just Pete has some thoughts on Apocalyptica and whether he would want to smash them.
Oh.
Let me tell you about these guys. Let me tell you about them. Well, first off, you didn't play any of their vocals, which I thought was just great.
Oh,
for
they
me
sing?
because
They sing and play cello at the same time?
Yeah. But it's not impressive.
Wow.
It was a weird level of like, I don't know. It reminded me a little bit of like Nickelback.
Oh.
I did not like it. It was bad. I'm sorry.
You do not want to be compared to Nickelback if you're in the metal genre at all. That is,
that's fighting words.
That's not good. Yeah.
That is fighting words right there. So, some pros and cons to Apocalyptica. Again, they're extremely popular. I think on Spotify, they had like 1.2 million streams like last month or something, or maybe it was year to date. And like the next neoclassical guy was Yngwie J. Malmsteen, and he only had like 411,000.
I hear he doesn't like donuts.
Oh.
I don't know why he's got something in for the sweets. They got 666 grams of sweet protein in there, so
probably just too much sweet. I mean,
so
should.
Oh, what?
No,
let's check out Yngwie.
Okay,
what's
so
you got to say about these donuts?
Well, let's get a little clip, and then there's Shredmaster's thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, is this his recent show we did in Las Vegas?
Yeah, this is Paganini.
Oh, nice.
He's got enough amps. I keep
more is more, Pete. More is more.
I like to keep it portable on the amp front, but,
more is more.
A really small amp.
To each their own.
Hi. It looks a lot bigger when you have it up next to the camera, which is how cameras work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's find out.
That's what she said.
What Shred thinks about Malmsteen's donut hate.
Yngwie J. Malmsteen was arguably the first neoclassical shred guitarist. Born in Sweden in 1963, he ascended to stardom with his iconic Rising Force album. Hey Yngwie, want a donut?
No, I don't eat donuts. You don't eat donuts? I don't fucking eat donuts.
You don't like donuts? Are you sure? They have 666 grams of sugar. Now, unlike most rock guitarists, Yngwie was influenced by classical musicians like Bach. Now back to my donut offer, Yngwie. Would you like a tasty treat? More is more.
No, remember, less is more. I always said, how can that be? How can less be more? It's impossible. More is more.
I'll be back with this proposal later.
Yngwie, man, you want some of these donuts? He's like, what do you mean here, donut?
I don't like fucking donuts, all right?
I mean, we'll keep trying. I'll keep trying, but I don't think he's into it.
So, yeah, I mean, if you go on a date, if we're speed dating and you date Malmsteen, what if you take them to like, Krispy Kreme
or Randy's Donuts?
I got some cream for you later tonight, Luke.
Oh my gosh.
Dangerous.
As long as it's crispy. As long as it's crispy, that's important.
Yeah.
So Malmsteen is the godfather of neoclassical metal. That the very first clip there was him playing Paganini's Fifth Caprice. Caprese, however you say that.
Caprice, yeah.
Caprice. And
Caprese, just like the salad. Boy, you're making me hungry again.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to date the original, I mean, Malmsteen, he's the original. He's the guy. Now, he was obviously influenced by guys like Richie Blackmore,
Deep Purple.
Yeah, Blackmore is often considered the first metal guy to ever incorporate, classical music.
Beethoven's Fifth Symphony backwards is Smoke on the Water, according to Richie Blackmore.
Yeah.
There's sort of a blend in with blues, right? And neoclassical kind of brings blues and classical. It's not just the classical stuff.
Yeah. And so he, Blackmore, Deep Purple, they really set the foundations for neoclassical metal. But Malmsteen, man, he took it off the charts to a whole new level.
100%.
Yeah. So, okay. So Malmsteen's in consideration for who we take home tonight. Now, next up, we've got
Symphony
X.
Oh, yeah, it's a great show.
Michael Romeo has a visual similarity.
Dude, X hits the spot for me every time. These guys, Symphony X, yeah, they got to be my favorite neoclassical metal band.
Yeah, and what's interesting about these guys is they're a little different because they take a much heavier approach to the neoclassical style, whereas a lot of these other ones are much more uplifting, airy, maybe major key.
MJR, Michael Romeo, he's taking, like the 20th century influence. That's the darker stuff you're talking about. And like the film composers too, like John Williams, he incorporates all that kind of stuff. He's a huge Star Wars fan,
so Symphony X is, I mean, they're like the heavy version of neoclassical metal.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
So definitely in the running, those guys there. Okay, so next up on the list,
what else we got here?
We've got maybe Pete's.
Here we go.
Take
here
it.
we go.
I don't know.
Marty Friedman.
Marty Friedman. Let's check out a clip.
Okay. Growing on me. I'm not a huge Marty Friedman fan, but recently I've been getting into this stuff.
Nice. I just realized this. Marty Friedman's initials are MF. What is that? It could be Motherfudge Friedman.
Yeah.
That's what,
Anyway, just something to consider. Something to consider.
Now, Pete, you dated this guy.
Marty, I dated him and I learned a fair amount about him. He was on the speed date. I just picked up what I could, his life story. So he started, he started playing his original stuff first. He said, because that way, if he messed up, he could tell people that that's just how it was supposed to be.
Which
I thought was great.
Brilliant.
But then he went into technical neoclassical stuff, and he was with this band called Cacophony with Jason Becker, and these guys were really rocking it for a little bit in the late 80s. And I just listened to some of this stuff this week as I was reading about this, and I think they did a killer job. But Then someone was like, hey, you should like think about maybe interviewing for Megadeth. Now, was this the mega death of neoclassical metal?
Mega meth?
No. Marty brought his neoclassical metal along and tried to incorporate it into this thrash band of Megadeth, but there was definitely some heartache, and alas, he finally got tired and said, he got quoted as, I got tired of holding the flag for traditional metal and felt that he could not evolve as a musician with Megadeth. And he furthermore said he'd rather have been playing straight pop music than pop-influenced metal Megadeth was playing. He was like, we're too pop. I want it to be more aggressive. And so what did he do about this? Personally, I think he was just a little bit sore that they weren't taking his song name suggestions like Tornado of Sushi. I mean,
yeah.
And this is my favorite, Symphony of Sushi. I mean, look at that.
You see him there? Headbanging, yep.
Just below where I wrote Marty, he's headbanging, and there's some sushi rolls and the symphony.
I feel like I'm turning Japanese, Pete. I'm turning Japanese now.
So he was turning Japanese all the way into Japan. So in 2003, he moved right to Japan, and he was doing crazy stuff. He was on over 700 TV shows where they'd like bring him in, and I think Shred was talking about this before, that he would like play little metal riffs or play random songs. He like recorded for video games. He made some sound libraries for use. Recorded with some pop bands there, and then he started doing.
Did you say he did anime? Or somebody saying he did anime?
Yeah, Sailor Moon.
That's cool.
He did like the Sailor Moon theme with this pop idol band from Japan. And he also did a obscure game, Bravely Default. He went on live tour playing the music from that game. So he did all kinds of it. His creativity, right? It opened the door. He wasn't stuck playing thrash metal with Megadeth. He wanted more. He got like all over the board.
More is more.
More is more. He bought into Yngwie. So
how can less be more? It's like can't have it. It's logically sound if you think about it.
It's logically sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he pumped out these Tokyo Jukebox albums, which are pretty good. I've been listening to the new one. He did one in 2009, 2011. It's covers of Japanese music, but he's very metal. And his first one was real heavy from what I was listening to. But his new one has some great stuff. Tokyo Jukebox 3, I would definitely look it up. Just came out this year. It's got some good music videos, too. So that's what we know about Marty Friedman. Is he on your dating list? Is he on your dating list?
MFer. He's an MFer.
Yeah.
An MFer.
Yeah. So, okay, there's our
Symphony
candidates.
of Sustruction.
So you decide it in the comment. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Brandon.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, right? Who's the best? Who would you date? Who would you smash? Who would you pass on?
Yeah. You can look at it like the desert island thing. It's like you got to be stuck on a desert island with one of these bands.
Who are you going to smash over and over again?
Yeah, totally. I think for my money, I'm going to go with Symphony X.
Wow.
Because I like the heavier stuff, and they to me it's just there's a little bit more variety there.
Join the X Club, bro. Join the X Club.
Yeah, Marty Friedman's probably the most diverse, but he gets into all kinds of stuff that I don't know if I listen to or not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Symphony X is killer, and I mean, just if I probably would go with Symphony X, but I've been getting into Marty Friedman.
Wow,
I think he's got some cool stuff. So
those exotic, erotic scales that he plays, they're so good.
They're so good.
So good. Okay.
They go down like a tasty sushi roll.
Get that sushi, Pete. Get it.
All right. So, guys, we had 20 minutes. We're at 19 minutes and 40 seconds. So we made it in our time limit here. It's been super fun. Although it was short, it was sweet. And we will be back with you throughout the week. We got a bunch of content coming out. So check out the page and give us your comments. We want to hear what you guys have to say. So, all right, until next time, that's right. Keep the world metal.